This is a plea to all inhabitants of the United States that we can't use money as a restrictor plate. We have to have faith in one another. We can't let insurance companies tell us if we can't do work. We have to assume our own liability. We can't offset our responsibilities onto others. We cannot use money as this tool to restrict us as individuals to make progress in this it's seriously like in this realm, it's you take 2 steps forward, you take 1,000 back. When you make a progress, there's just 1,000 other things in front of you. It just opens the door to more hurdles. Like every time we open a door, boom, there's just like a jungle after jungle after jungle. Yes, I have a machete, but I'm only one man, and there's so much forest and overgrowth. I'm speaking in allegory, right? That I can't do this alone. We can't do this alone. We can't have these crazy standards of like, oh, we can't do something because we can't guarantee. But listen, we can guarantee ourselves. We can say, I take responsibility. I will sign whatever you need me to do. I will do whatever it takes to get you to accept me to do the work, the good works that we need to do on earth. And that's one. They're closing the loop on everyone. They're gonna pull the rug from everyone. Think about, and here's a perfect example, is that they're creating these electric vehicles, right? They have horrible ranges. You aren't going to be able to traverse like you used to, where there's thousands of gas stations, like literally sometimes in the middle of freaking nowhere, right? Now that's not going to be the case. There aren't charging stations everywhere. They're definitely tightening it up. They're putting the noose around everyone's necks right now, and then they're gonna stop producing mobility. Mobility is such a big deal. The ability to get up and go is such a cornerstone of the United States. We have these interstate systems. Like literally, it's such a big deal. I see this bigger picture, and we need to, as population, as individuals, those who are not, adhering to this nonsense, and we understand there's work to do, and we have a lot to do. Every day, human beings wake up. Majority of the people, I'd say like 80% of all the population all across the world, is committing to some type of act that's, 1, sustaining themselves, 2, creating shelter, safety, all that good stuff. Shelter, safety, security, all that, entertainment, whatever it is. We need to create our own culture. We cannot go quietly into the night. And how are we going to get there? And that's just having belief in your word, knowing someone, right? Getting to know people deeper than some superficial thing. Literally comprehending, asking questions, giving them the power to explain themselves in their methods and understanding, and then deciphering the needs, right? And having compassion for one another, and everybody. It's going to take a huge psychological shift for everyone. We have to start taking risks with one another, and there's risk mitigation methods, and that's what they're running on us all the time. Like, what's the risk of us doing this? Okay, here's the algorithm. Like, we need to follow this path because this gives us the best curves to get us to 1. So, and they're the one. They think they're the ones. They're the chosen ones, right? That's what they all believe. That's what they've sold their souls with, is that they're the chosen ones. They're most important. They're bringing an end to the deficit of morality in this world, right? And that's not the case, because even when you do have those morals and you are in line, even with what they're saying, it's literally no support. You're like, okay, good job. You're on your own now. And then you're left in this zombie land, right? Dealing with the population that is still stuck in this, propping up people, respecting principalities, respecting supposed authorities. And then when you go to challenge authority because you actually do know better, just straight up ignorance. And that's because I think it's just, they're scared, right? Because they were to get in front of me and then there's a crowd of people, you better believe I'm gonna make them look naked. I'm gonna strip them of all their clothing. There's gonna be nothing left. And I think that's what scares the shit out of them, because they would understand at that moment, reflecting on me, they don't like what they see. And that's the ultimate. I am a mirror. So that's why they don't want to look in the mirror. They don't want to go and say, holy shit, they don't want to have that hard reflection on themselves. And that is what's wrong with this world, is they can't even look themselves in the eye. They can't. And that's crazy, that we're dealing with serious psychopaths. I see it. They won't let anyone think for themselves. They think their philosophy's the cornerstone. Well, you know what happens when you reject the cornerstones that you're supposed to? Your whole foundations will crumble. So buckle up, because it's kind of like their cold dead hands kind of mentality. Like we are just the punishers, right? They just love it. They think, sit back, watch, gauge your reaction, adjust the algorithm, send out. And you see it. I see it all over the place. YouTube, like all these places that are influencing people. Oh, maybe it is a calling, but so I say, stay strong in what you know is right. What's right for you? What's right for me? What's right? I know what I'm doing is right. I know it because it's restrictive, and it's incredible the amount of movement so you restrict my movement, then I guess everyone else's movement will get restricted to you. So come see, come saw.